Hi. So, weird, but I was just asked a question about a game that I like to play in, astronomy called What's Your One, Two, Threes? It's always your one, two, threes, like baseball, like Bud Abbott and Lou Costello was like, like, who's on first, who's on second, who's on third, but who's on first? Who's your north? Who's your north star? Who's guiding you and directing you? So, um, mine is well, fuck it. Okay, it's a little bit of a mixture of everything that you're possibly can harness into fruition of the existence of the whole matter of whatever it is you want to manifest. It's just all creation. So like we keep trying to break down the word creation for everybody, and it's like getting a little bit old because how many times do we have to say this? Santa is fucking real. I don't. This is what I said to talk about. So why would we talk about it? Because nobody believes in the karma god or the goddess. But it's always depicted. It's karmic. So that could be my second one. Because I was thinking about it, my 1, 2, 3 is your Orion star. And that's going to depict on how you ride out your North Node. I'm a North Node Aquarius, so I know how to do stuff. But it comes down to what you want your first star to be. I built my first star up on Thoth of primordial sacred energy involving Christianity and also ancient Egyptian values together. And also astronomy and astrology and philosophy. And I'm sure a whole bunch of other things. I used to study the sun. I used to study comets. I studied asteroids for a little while. And anyway, it's called switching up the orbs when you play like this with astrology and astronomy. It's a really fun game to play. Also, did you know that there was a coiled snake game in ancient Egypt? And I think that's pretty cool. So, also, I don't know if smoking is allowed on here, but I might light a cigarette. I hope that's okay. So, if it's not okay, well, I'm sorry. I will pause the video. Actually, I'm not going to pause the video because I remember I was trying to explain my 1, 2, 3s. It could also be like A, B, and C in the form of a triangle. Because it's like you rod. It's actually a kite. So that means it's a flying thing. You see the diamond, the baseball diamond, is actually a kite. So that means it's free flying for the Orion stars that you choose. Now, the first thing is the first one, the first wise man star. Also, we three kings of Orient are, la la la, we traveled from far. Westward leading, still proceeding, guide us by the morning star, which is Venus, which is why Jesus came down and he said to us, dude, just forgive, just accept that people choose their own free wills. That's why he was all like, there's no difference from the Greek or the Jew. Because there's no difference from color to color. It's like, not liking someone because they have a different eye color than you. Or a different hair color. But that still exists in the world, doesn't it? So that's really sad. But right now, I think the biggest color war is teeth color. And skin color. Because we always think it's always like, oh, you have to be 1/3 shade of the skin. And then it's like, anyway, I was trying to explain my 1, 2, 3. So we'll get into that another time. So anyway, so my 1, 2, 3. So I told you the first one is Thoth, Emerald Tablets, Dead Sea Scrolls, the Celestine Prophecy, green, emerald, diamond, hearts. I am an INFJ. I have the green personality and personality dimensions here in Canada. I am green, blue, yellow, and orange. Orange I find are squares. My synesthesia connects orange with squares and I don't know why, but it's a trap for me. Those squares, I find squares in the astrology placements. I have the hardest time processing square denominations in my aspects, so that's kind of a problem for me. And I'm also like cradling, so like there are some first things that I'm going through here in life, like maybe this is the first time, like, I don't know, it's weird to say, and it was just like speculation, so I'll further detail that in past life regression therapy later on my own. Not really on your own. You're never really on your own. We've been listening to you for the last half hour, and you are really on the road. Thank you. I'm also recording. I know. We just want to make sure you know that you're royal. Thank you. I do know that, and it means you have to protect yourself. Yes, I'm also a multidimensional being, and I time travel. And time travel is simple. When someone says, ooh, time traveling, it doesn't necessarily mean they're, like, from a different year. It could mean that, though, because I've traveled pretty far. To the year 4378. So, but we do things sometimes, because sometimes we need to draw upon our spiritual gifts that we need to rapidly manifest and harness. So yeah, some of us go into spiritual psychosis on purpose to harness our witchery, occultism, to further enhance our own energetic skills and capabilities to Benedictus. Well, for me personally, I Benedictus, and I protect all of Earth. So that's something that I hold passionate for, and I actually don't want to debate about this, but it was either a near-death experience or actual death last September. And I prayed that I just wanted to make it to the year 35, because I didn't know if I was going to make it or not, because it was like really woodsy there. Then I realized you could play in the woods. So that's where I found my amazing grace, learning how to play in the woods. What's lost is never really lost, because it can be found with the Look of the Irish. You know what I'm saying? That's a Heather statement there. And I do want to say something really, really fun. The Southerners down there, you know who I'm talking about. I just want to say something. Did you like that voice impersonation, babes? Because I just wanted to say, I wanted to give a shout out to my Southern babes. I'm being stupid. I smoked, and this is not how you speak to your ascended master, so that's also my first three. My ascended master, my first three. Yeah. Mary Jo Cranmore. She's my first three. My second three, Jesus. My third three, Dolores Cannon. There's my 333s. And my 444s, it's easy. I do no image stuff. I practice erasing the images. Even protrusive ones. It's practice. You have to train your specimen by trigger training. It's what I study. It's a little bit crazy because people are out there reading each other's energy all the time, and it's like, oh, they catch an energy in mid-transmutation, and it kind of makes you seize up. For me anyway, I go seizing up, and it's like, shit, well, now I gotta glow cookies inside, because you are fucking some shit up over here. I'm trying to go on an adventure with my babe. I just wanted to take her for a ride. And now she thinks I'm ignoring her. When I do these videos to tell her how much I love her. And I know she is like the sexiest fucking like woman that I have never ever seen in my life before. And She doesn't even have to talk to me ever to drive me fucking wild. And I can't even say anything. Listen, if she doesn't want to talk, I don't say anything to her because she's listening all of the time. I'm like one of those husbands who the phone gets checked all of the time. And so what I'm going to say is, it's funny. You keep forgetting that you're trying to explain something. And it's a little bit weird because you said you were going to have a cigarette. And I don't know if we allow that here. Oh, maybe I should end the video and just make it simple. But Ab and Lucas, still, what are your threes? Huh? Because those threes, those 1, 2, 3s, ABCs, Michael Jackson, MJ. MJ, Mary Jo. It was Michael Jackson that time. You can't hog MJ. Because this is it, baby. This is it. You know what I'm saying? This is it. Like the big one. It's happening. Shit's going on down this road this year. Exciting. That's why I should probably get back to please explain your system, dude. Okay, the third one is like your outcome. Okay, so it's like I'll break it down into like humane terms. Yeah, like you're okay. For example, an example could be like teacher process of analyzing emotionally, logically. You pick your processes. Your body probably does it on its own. You know, some people just evolve and they're like, let's play with this. So your middle one's up to you. It's like saying the word maybe or why. I can't tell you those answers. Those are philosophy territories, gray matter in between, right? Yeah. And then the last one it can be like destroyer, destruction, the tower, however that's going to come out and end. It could end in something like poetic or something poetic. So, it could be like poetic or it could be like poetic. So, I don't know. I just did it here. Oh, shit. The three wise men, the Orions. Someone has to understand this. Someone. This is Essene primordial energy. Essene. I study Essene primordial energy. Maybe I'm just... Alright, so... my ancestor just told me that... My ancestor... Sorry. Y'all know. You see. Yeah, trick you. Alright, yes, it's the one. Alright, thank you. So your ancestor told you what? What's the recipe? Well, my ancestor told me she was trying to get me to eat ginger. She wanted to trick me to eat ginger. So she told me to eat a carrot with cinnamon and honey on it. That was it. Yeah, that was it. But ginger, what did you do with the ginger again? Ginger lemon tea. Oh yeah, very good, huh? And you make a ginger soup too? Yeah, I made ginger soup as well. With curry. Yeah. And masala. Yeah. And what did Krishna tell you to do? Krishna told me to end the racism. And what did Ganesha say? I don't know, but I feel like the connection between Ganesha and a Greek philosopher in Sinope. I forget, Dijarnesin or something? Dijarin? I forget. But he's the one that Alexander the Great passed by, and he's basically, and Alexander the Great was like mocking him for sitting on the side of the road doing nothing. And he just was like, yeah, that's cool, Alexander the Great, but like, can you get out of my sunlight? So it was that guy. I forget him, but he ended up dying. Magically, he died. So, like, a little bit, like a week later. So, you know, I guess, shit probably still went down. You know, shit happened. So, anyway, your three good Isis, bad Isis, good Osiris, bad Osiris, good Shiva, dark Shiva, light matter, dark matter, good apple, bad apple, yin and yang, red Kachina, blue Kachina. You know, all versions of duality in different ways. Duality is actually very, very, very not black and white. It's really like, it's like, it would be like if your irises were black and your pupils were white. It's like that, you know, somewhere. Maybe in the real mirror land. Because our irises have color and our pupils are black. So obviously, there's going to be somewhere out there where our pupils are white. Huh. Weird. Baseball.